Hi, I'm Mayumi and I'm here to guide you through the world of sex parties, swing clubs, and open-minded events around the globe. From how you should dress to what you'll find inside, I'm going to share everything. I've been to 12 sex-friendly clubs and parties across America to give you the inside scoop and a few juicy details. And hopefully, a little guidance on which of these events might feed your curiosity the next time you're in a city we explore. I've been researching sexuality, fetishes, and the swinger lifestyle for more than 10 years. I've spoken at TEDx and other global events about behavioral data and sexuality, and I'm here with an invite from YSOS, that's YSOS, a dating app for couples and singles who want to fulfill their fantasies. Check out the link to YSOS in the description. Today's tour takes us to one of the most sophisticated and exclusive parties I've ever attended. The setting? A distinguished mansion in the hills of Los Angeles, California. Maybe you've seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman and wondered, does this type of sophisticated sex party really exist? Well, I can tell you that it does. It's hosted by Bocanegra Club and is called the Masquerade. This is a truly exclusive experience. You can only take part with an invitation or by going through a vetted selection process. Bocanegra Club defines itself as an exclusive club for sexually free people. To participate, you must fill out an online form and wait for approval. Just a heads up, one of the requirements is you have to send a full body photo. I'm not exactly sure if this was part of a pre-approval process, but in my case, I noticed the club started following me on Instagram, which might have helped with my approval since they got more insight into who I am. Once approved, you receive an email emphasizing how exclusive the club is, congratulating you. After all, only a select few are invited to the party, and they will provide a link to become a member. You need to do this before selecting a specific event you want to attend. Becoming a member is only $15 per month, and my ticket to the Masquerade as a single woman was $20. However, ticket prices are higher for couples and even more expensive for single men. The club's website and Instagram don't reveal much information, but they definitely give off an air of sophistication and exclusivity. You only find out the exact location on the day of the event. But before that, you receive emails detailing the rules, any planned performances, special highlights, and some photos of the mansion where the party takes place. But nothing too revealing, just a little teaser. Since I chose the Masquerade party, of course, the dress code required a mask. But here's the catch. When I arrived, only half of the attendees wore masks, and the other half didn't bother at all. I spent so much time picking out a sexy mask at stores in LA, only to wear it for the first few minutes. Beyond the masks, the party had a strict dress code. Men in suits, a real black tie affair, no casual attire. Women were asked to wear evening gowns, long or short, or could opt for lingerie. Now let's talk about expectations versus reality. The men were all very well dressed in suits, some without ties but still looking very elegant. Most women wore long or midi dresses, with only a few in short dresses and even fewer in just lingerie. I only saw about 2 or 3 ladies in lingerie, and they did stand out quite a bit. The average age for the partygoers seemed to be around 45 to 55 years old. I'd say there were about 25 to 30 couples at the event, and I don't remember seeing any solo guests. As with all swinger-related events I've attended in the US, from the most high-end to the simplest, you had to bring your own drinks. The mansion had a bar and a bartender there to mix cocktails and attend to guests. There was also a table with snacks, cheeses, and cold cuts to enjoy. I got to the party around 9 p.m. The anticipation was building during my Uber ride through the hills of Los Angeles. Huge houses, luxurious gardens, and sexy sports cars everywhere. The mansion hosting the event was no exception. A massive 3-story home perched on a hillside with stunning city views. My plus one and I were greeted by hostesses who looked like movie stars. Tall women in elegant evening gowns, all smiles, very discreet and refined. At the entrance, 2 men in tuxedos took our coats and phones. If we needed to send messages or make calls, we had to return to the foyer and then hand back our devices to return to the fun. The entrance lighting was dim and soft electronic music played at the perfect volume for keeping a conversation. When you walked in, you descend a long staircase leading to the main hall, and that's when you feel all the eyes on you, evaluating you. Trust me, it was hard to act natural while walking down in high heels and a formal dress, but I managed. For the first 2 hours, not much happened. People introduced themselves, couples chatted, and the more reserved guests squeezed onto sofas, partly out of shyness, partly just to observe. But as the alcohol kicked in, the atmosphere relaxed. Couples began heading to the private rooms where most engaged in intimate moments with their partners rather than interacting with others. The common dynamic was more about watching and being watched rather than exchanging partners. Wrapping up close to 2 a.m. as many guests started leaving. Some final thoughts. For many people, exclusivity and guest selection make all the difference. If you prefer large gatherings with a wider variety of ages and backgrounds, the Masquerade might not be the perfect fit. But if you're looking for something intimate, discreet, and decadent, then Bocanegra will suit your fancy. I thought this sex-friendly gala was worth it. But it's always important to understand the party's vibe and crowd to set the right expectations for adult fun. If you're planning your next open-minded adventure, the Isus app is the best place to start. Isus safely and privately connects sexually liberal people and couples. It's the perfect way to find some friends before your next event. Download the Isus app with the link in our episode description. So, from invitation to the 5-star affair, that's a night out at the Masquerade party at Bocanegra Club in Los Angeles. This review is part of my series visiting swing clubs and adult parties around the world. If you enjoyed this taste of the swinger life, you know where to find more intimate stories. Thanks for watching and see you at the next destination.